desert is about to explode with sound, lights, and history. Imagine this: Indio, California, 2 weekends in April 2026. The Empire Polo Club once again turning into the world's biggest stage. But this time, Coachella isn't just another festival. This time, the lineup is something nobody saw coming. Sabrina Carpenter, Justin Bieber, and Karol G will headline the biggest music event in North America, and the world is already buzzing. Just think about it: 3 of the most talked about artists of the moment, each with their own story, each at the height of their powers, stepping into a headliner slot for the very first time. And if you thought that was enough, the rest of the lineup reads like a dream too. The Strokes, Young Thug, Addison Rae, The XX, 9 Inch Noise, FKA Twigs, Disclosure, Labyrinth, and even a surprise slot from Italian DJ Enema, who's about to unveil something called Aiden. So let's break it down. Picture yourself walking through the gates of Coachella 2026. What are you going to see, hear, and feel? The festival will stretch across 2 weekends, April 10th to 12th and April 17th to 19th. And it's already being called one of the most daring lineups in years. The energy is going to be different because each headliner brings something unique. Sabrina Carpenter, whose rise over the past 2 years has been nothing short of meteoric, is stepping up for her first ever Coachella headliner performance. She made her debut at the festival just last year, performing songs from her album Short and Sweet. Since then, her career has exploded, with her 7th studio album Man's Best Friend drawing critical praise for being one of the most musically adventurous pop records of the year. Fans who saw her last year got a taste of her charisma in the desert, but now imagine her commanding that massive main stage crowd, not just as a newcomer, but as the face of the night. Close your eyes and you can already hear the roar of tens of thousands as the opening notes of her set begin. And then there's Justin Bieber. This is more than just another booking. This is a comeback moment. Bieber hasn't headlined a major festival like this before. In fact, he hasn't even performed a full concert since 2022. Back then, he had to cancel the remainder of his Justice tour after just 49 shows, citing exhaustion and health concerns. At the time, he said, "After getting off stage, the exhaustion overtook me and I realized I need to make my health the priority right now." For years, his fans have waited for his full return. Yes, he's made appearances here and there, like when he joined SZA earlier this year to perform a remix of Snooze, but a true, full-length concert? That hasn't happened in over 3 years. And then, out of nowhere, Bieber dropped Swag in July, a surprise release after 4 years of silence. 2 months later, he followed it with Swag 2, a massive 44-song project that fans are still trying to digest. And now, Coachella 2026 will mark his first major, billed headliner set. The stakes couldn't be higher. Picture that moment. Saturday night, the desert heat finally cooling, the lights dimming, and suddenly Bieber's silhouette appears on stage. The crowd loses its mind. It's more than a performance, it's history. Karol G's story is just as powerful. Back in 2022, she made her Coachella debut, dazzling audiences with her charisma and unapologetic Colombian energy. Now, she's not just returning, she's headlining. And in doing so, she becomes the very first Latina woman to headline Coachella. It's a milestone that will echo far beyond the desert. Her 5th studio album, Tropico Queda, dropped in June, and her Coachella performance will be the first full show built around that record. Fans already got a taste when she performed as the halftime act at the NFL's international game in Sao Paulo earlier this month, but Coachella will be different. Imagine Karol G under the desert lights, with tens of thousands singing along in Spanish and English, breaking barriers while celebrating culture, music, and power. Just like when Bad Bunny became the first Latin artist to headline in 2023, Karol G's set is destined to be remembered as a turning point. But the magic of Coachella isn't just about the headliners. The undercard is stacked with names that could headline festivals of their own. Friday will bring the XX, Disclosure, Teddy Swims, Sexy Red, Cat's Eye, Central C, Ethel Cain, Dijon, and 9 Inch Noise. Each of those acts draws its own crowd, its own atmosphere. You can already imagine Disclosure's set turning the desert into a massive rave, or Sexy Red delivering raw, unapologetic energy that gets the crowd screaming. Saturday has even more surprises. The Strokes will bring their classic New York rock vibe, Addison Rae will continue her crossover from social media star to pop performer. Labyrinth will deliver his cinematic, emotional soundscapes, and David Byrne, yes, the Talking Heads legend, will bring something unpredictable. And then, after Bieber's set, Enema steps in with Aiden, a performance that insiders are already calling groundbreaking. Picture it, digital visuals, AI-inspired soundscapes, and an electronic set that could redefine what a Coachella closing looks like. Sunday caps it all off with Young Thug, Major Lazer, Iggy Pop, FKA Twigs, Subtronics, and even a set from Big Bang, the legendary K-pop group making a rare appearance. Each stage, each night, feels like a headline moment of its own. The announcement itself was a shock. Normally, Coachella reveals its lineup around November or even as late as January. This time, though, it came months early, fueling speculation about why. Maybe it's because the festival wanted to lock in Bieber's comeback and ride the momentum of his double album release. Maybe it's because Sabrina Carpenter's star is so hot right now, organizers knew they had to strike before she became unavailable. Or maybe it's because Karol G's historic headliner set deserved time to be celebrated. Whatever the reason, the world now has months to build anticipation. Tickets will vanish, hotel rooms across Palm Springs will be gone within hours, and the countdown has officially begun. Think back to last year. Lady Gaga, Green Day, Travis Scott, and Post Malone headlined what became the hottest Coachella on record, with desert temperatures soaring past 102 degrees Fahrenheit. Fans still braved the heat, still danced through the nights, and still left with stories they'll tell for a lifetime. Now, with this new lineup, Coachella 2026 feels less like just another year and more like a statement. Music is shifting, culture is shifting, and Coachella is cementing itself as the place where those shifts are revealed. So imagine this. Friday night, you're in the crowd. The sun sets behind the mountains, painting the sky pink and gold. Sabrina Carpenter steps on stage, her voice cutting through the desert air as fans scream the lyrics back at her. Saturday comes, and you're shoulder to shoulder with strangers who feel like family. The Strokes rip through last night, Addison Rae surprises with a new single, and then Bieber arrives. The lights, the pyrotechnics, the energy, it's overwhelming. You know you're watching an artist reborn. And then, when you think the night can't get bigger, Enema takes over with a set that looks and feels like the future of live music. Sunday arrives, and Karol G's name lights up the stage. She sings her heart out, her fans cry, her culture shines, and history is made. The festival ends, but the memory never does. Coachella 2026 isn't just about music. It's about moments. It's about artists at turning points in their careers, fans witnessing once-in-a-lifetime performances, and the desert becoming a global capital of sound and spectacle. Sabrina Carpenter stepping up, Justin Bieber returning, Karol G breaking barriers. This is the lineup that will define a year, maybe even a decade. And when April comes, the world will turn its eyes to Indio, California, waiting for the first note, the first cheer, the first unforgettable night of Coachella 2026.